Upon completing this quest, you will be able to undertake Crystarium deliveries for the Facet of Gathering. You must be a miner or botanist of level 70 or above to proceed. Level 70, on the trail of a myth. Keshi Ray looks like she wants to be anywhere but here. Yes, yes, what do you need? Every man in his Amaro wants something today, so I'd thank you to make it quick. Oh, not here for materials? What are you here for, then? Well, I didn't actually ask for a name, but all right. Whoever you are. What did you expect me to know you? Because I don't. You're clearly new here. Where are you from, anyway? From the same land as the Exarch. Truly, I've always wanted to ask the Exarch about his mysterious homeland, but he's a very busy man, and there never seems to be a good time. So tell me, in this land you hail from, does there happen to be a creature called the Samuel? No, that's a shame. Well, time for me to take to the field once more. I'll find you yet, my precious Samuel, mark my words. I don't want to do that. Wrong button. Chief, where are you? Wait, just you there. Stop that woman. Begging your pardons, but did the chief mention where she was headed? Outside again. Does she know how much trouble she causes when she abandons her post? Forgive me, it's not my intent to take it out on you. I'm Yolana of the Hortorium, and the woman I'm furious with is Chief Keshi Ray of the Facet of Gathering. Seeing as we've only just met, I'm loath to ask this of you, but could you go after the chief? I'm afraid I don't have the wind to give chase. In all likelihood, she's headed to the Amaro launch. If you hurry, you might be able to catch her before she leaves the Crystarium and goes off to heavens nowhere. Thank you so much. When you find her, please see that she comes to the Hortorium. Meanwhile, I'll keep an eye out nearby just in case. Okay. Where'd you go, Chief? Right here. Amaro launch. We need a better title, don't we? We're gonna do gathering. Goddess of the land. Oh, it's you again. What do you need now? Wait, don't tell me. You wish to assist with my field work, isn't that right? Well, who am I to deny such enthusiasm? Come along, my friend, come along. God, of all the people to see me leave, it had to be Yolana. I wasn't even planning to be away long. All right, I'll head to the Hortorium. You're coming too, of course. I'm sure Yolana will want to thank you for doing a fine job of catching me. How do I get there? I think I gotta go to, downstairs. I don't think I can just jump down there. All right, Yolana. Oh, there you are. Thank you so much for finding the chief. Now, we don't have much to offer in the way of hospitality, but as a small token of my gratitude, I'd be happy to tell you about our facility. Here at the Hortorium, we primarily conduct agricultural research to improve our ability to cultivate crops. On any given day, you'll find us developing new plant strains and fertilizers and experimenting with new cultivation techniques. Fruits of our labors find use at Sweet Sieve at the Crystarium's orchard, which provides food for our citizens. At the behest of the Facet of Gathering, we also analyze resources found across Norvromp. Indeed. Our miners and botanists sometimes make unusual finds, and these are brought here for closer examination. You see, the task of Facet of Gathering isn't simply to gather. We also strive to identify and manage resources. In a world such as ours, we must use our resources responsibly, that they might be conserved for posterity. In a sense, what we do is not unlike the work of those folk called naturalists in the days before the flood. This stands testament to a man's enduring and unquenchable desire to cast light upon the unknown, be it flora or fauna or otherwise. Ha 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 ha. As you can see, the chief is something of a character, but in spite of her oddities, she's respected by her colleagues and peers. This is because her knowledge is vital in ensuring that the Crystarium is well provisioned. Though from my perspective, it's difficult to see her as more than a self-absorbed woman who buries us with endless tasks. When I sought her out earlier, it was to deliver the results of our latest analysis, but what should I find but her trying to sneak outside? It's not the first time either. Of late, she's been obsessed with finding the Samiel, a nigh-mythical creature, and runs off whenever my back is turned. She's not a child anymore, for goodness sake. And you're not my mother. If you keep up that nagging, your wrinkles are liable to grow wrinkles. Come, let's flee this place, else Yolana will turn us into fertilizer. Running off again, and I have no wrinkles, thank you very much. How do I get out of here? I got turned around. Ah, we managed to escape the Harpy's clutches. Don't tell Yolana I said that. She has no sense of humor, nor does she understand the romance of a mythical creature. Now then, you weren't familiar with the Samiel, as I recall. It's the name of an ancient and enormous beast of moored legend. How enormous, you ask? If you've been to Amarang, you may have seen a colossal ribcage. That's how enormous it is, assuming it indeed belonged to the Samiel. We're still not certain at this stage. You see, while there are tales of people being licked or nearly stepped on rather bafflingly, no one alive has managed to catch sight of the creature. Until now, at any rate, while attending an excavation, one of the Hortorium's researchers claims to have encountered what he believed was a Samiel. I have a good feeling about this. Ah, the mere thought of shedding light on this mystery sets your heart aflutter, does it not? But of course it does, and you wish to find the Samiel as much as I do. Very well, I hereby name you Captain Lazathi of the Samiel Search Squad. Your combination of combat and gathering prowess, I'm confident you'll do an excellent job, especially with me as your intelligence officer. Lest you worry that Yolana will come nagging, know that our mission is entirely serious and within the scope of the Facet's objectives. After all, knowledge of fauna and all fauna are real until proven otherwise is critical to resource management. But without further ado, my dear Captain, I bid you venture forth to Amarang, where you are to search for evidence of the Samiel. I await your discoveries with bated breath. Level 70, on the trail of a myth, complete. Facet of Gathering Crystarium deliveries unlocked. Crystarium delivery commenced. Facet of Gathering deliveries are now available. Have you brought me evidence of the Samiel from Amarang? Ah, the anticipation of finding a lead is so heady I can scarcely focus on my duties. Animal trace, okay. I want to say we're in moored suit. Okay, we're looking for like 1118, which I think is like right around here. 3118, I mean, yeah, pretty right here. That's where we're headed. And I think we need like 18 of these. Yeah, 18. How many am I going to get with each one? That's 16. Okay, that's more than we need, but fine. Yay. This will go quicker than the fishing did. Have you brought me evidence of the Samuel from Amarong? Ah, the anticipation of finding a lead is so heady I can scarcely focus on my duties. Well now, this claw belonged to quite a large beast. I dare to hope it will yield valuable information on the Samuel. My thanks. Keshirei's esteem for you has grown. Deliver the items Keshirei needs and deliver them off and learn more about her. Among the specimens you brought back, one in particular stood out, a claw fragment that resembles that of no known creature out there. This is definitely worth requesting an analysis of the Hortorium. Wait a moment while I fetch one of their researchers. Allow me to introduce Mao Lad. He works closely with Yolanda, the poor bastard, and analyzes resources for us. But most importantly, he is the researcher I mentioned who claims to have encountered the Samuel. Go on and recount your tale, lad. On that day, I traveled to Amarong with a crew of miners in order to survey an excavation site. We were going about our work when, without warning, a massive shadow fell over us. Startled, we looked up to see what it was, only to find empty sky. Whatever was there had vanished. It didn't move away, but vanished, shadow and all. That was no cloud or bird. No, it could only be the ghost of a Samuel whispered and moored legend. Wow, my boy, it ill becomes a man of learning to resort to fanciful tales for an explanation. But here, take a look at this specimen that Zilly recovered, and you'll see that what you encountered was not some ghost of the Samuel, but a Samuel itself. This resembles the claw of a lizard, yet there aren't any species nearly so massive in Amarong. Assuming the creature came from a quadruped, we can project its height to be, May I hold on to this? I'd like to examine this more closely at the Hortorium. We're about to ask you to do just that. Should you learn anything of interest, be sure to let us know. There you have it. For now, we have but to wait. In the meantime, perhaps you'd like to acquaint yourself with the other lands and the resources they hold. I dare say it would be of interest to a visitor such as you. Feel free to gather as you see fit. You're respectful of nature, I believe, and won't take more than she can give. Crystalline deliveries, facet of gathering, Keshirei, accept. Delivery complete. You have delivered requested items. Yes. Steam level increased. Keshirei now consider you as a seeker of the Samuel. Keshirei is pleased with your efforts. Ah, there you are, my friend. You'll be pleased to hear that Mao has finished his analysis. As we had first assumed, the peculiar specimen you recovered comes from no beast we're familiar with. While we don't have conclusive evidence as to the identity of its owner, we're certain that it's a tremendously large creature, a creature not unlike the Samuel. There's just one problem. By the time you found the claw fragment, it had already lain there for several moons. This means that its owner has likely left Amarong and the trail is cold. But be not disheartened, we practically established the Samuel's existence, and that is a Samuel-sized step in our quest. Moreover, we have promising new information. It comes from a sentry at the sensor gate. According to the fellow, he was out on patrol a few nights ago when he felt a rhythmic tremor. He rounded up his comrades and they set out to investigate. And what should they find? But nothing at all, not even a lone field mouse. There was just an oddly muggy gust of wind. Unnerved by the strangeness of it all, the sentries decided to beat a hasty retreat. You smell that? It's the glorious stench of the Samuel right here in Lakeland. Time is of the essence if we are to track it down. To that end, I want you to take yourself to the thirstless shore and look for more evidence of the creature. Not any sort of evidence this time, mind you, but its droppings. The fresher, the better. I know, but it's for a good cause. A steaming, fly-ridden pile of excrement is a veritable repository of knowledge. We just need to be willing to go elbow deep to extract it. So please, please gather as much of the brown pungent stuff as you can. I knew I could depend on you. I await your return with bated breath, lest the stench make me queasy. Droppings, great. Delivery commenced. Okay, I'm not sure where exactly in Lakeland we got to go for this. It's 1623. Like here. All right. Let's go harvest some poo. Yeah, it'll certainly go quicker than the fishing because there's so much RNG involved in the fishing. Though honestly, when we did the fishing, like it was only like the first couple of steps that were bad. The first one took a while. The rest of them went pretty quickly. We're nearing the area, so about right here. Animal droppings. Oh, almost. Yay. We found poo. I'm a pro pooper scooper. There is much to be learned from an animal's droppings, from its identity to its diet to its physical condition. Would that I could do with the analyzing myself, but I wouldn't dream of depriving Yolana of the joy of having one's nose and feces, nor you the joy of looking for it. Off to the thirstless shore you go, Zilly. You have to go far to find fresher, plumper droppings. Thank you for these beauties, my friend. I shall see them to Yolana's hands while they're still steaming. It will sadden you to hear this, but we have no further need of droppings. Even as we speak, Yolana is compiling the results of her preliminary analysis. Let's pay her a visit, shall we? Excellent timing, Chief. I'm ready to present my results. I wasn't expecting you, too. Don't tell me the Chief has roped you into her obsession. Yes, yes, she has. I'm doing this willingly. Chief, I thought I told you not to make a burden of yourself to other people. Remember, you don't have to do this. You can stop whenever you like. Chief is oblivious to the discomfort of others. You have to make it crystal clear when you've had enough, else oblivious she will remain. Right, the results. Through my preliminary analysis of the excrement, I've established that it belongs to no beast we have in our records. There were traces of the shoots of Lakeland's tallest trees, suggesting that the creature possesses a towering stature. That is all I have for now, but I will conduct a deeper analysis in order to learn about the creature's behavior. Well, you're certainly ready and willing when it comes to Zilly. Excuse me if I'm a little jealous. You'll excuse me if I'm not wholly fond of those who are wont to make a nuisance of themselves. Besides, if there's a creature out there that is unknown to us, it is our duty to shed light upon it. Oh, finally having some fun, are we? I knew you'd come around. Not exactly my motivation. At any rate, I'll be in touch again with the detailed results. I'm sure the chief will pass that information to you before proceeding to send you off on another errand. Precisely. Until then, my friend, do keep your gathering skills sharp. We will have need of them. Facet of Gathering, Keshi Ray, accept. Mysterium delivery complete. Team level increased. Keshi Ray now considers you a chaser of the Semial. Keshi Ray is delighted with your efforts. Ah, you've come at a good time. Even as we speak, Yolana makes her way here with fresh tidings. Apologies for the wait. I've determined more details of the beast we suspect to be Semial. Deep analysis of the droppings revealed that the creature had consumed vegetation found all across all of Norvrant. This tells us that we are dealing with a migrating herbivore. Furthermore, it swallows pebbles to aid with digestion and consumes mineral-rich soil. Of most interest, however, is the fact that said vegetation was largely composed of plants native to Ilmeg. Amazing work, Yolana. Thanks to you, we now know where to take our search. But Ilmeg, of all places, that's reckless even by my standards. What, does the name Ilmeg not strike terror into you? Wait, could it be? Rumor has it a dauntless woman recently set foot into that forbidden land. Could that individual be you? Ah, that explains your utter nonchalance at the prospect of facing the Fey menace. Would you be willing to venture into Ilmeg once more for our noble cause? Wonderful, wonderful. For a moment, I feared that the efforts of the Samiel search squad would come to a premature end, but thanks to our brave captain, we may continue our good work. Samiel search squad, you made up such a thing? Aye, Zilly is our esteemed captain, while I'm her trusty intelligence officer. You and Malad are both members, of course, though I can promote you to deputy captain if you prefer. So, Zilly, this time we ask that you venture to an area known as Tim Juice in Ilmeg and gather vegetation that the Samial is fed on. I speak of partially chewed plant parts and the like. Please deliver what you find to the chief. That way she'll have some actual work to keep her occupied and out of trouble. Chief, I expect you to bring me the specimens without delay. Is that clear? Castarum delivery commenced. Okay, so we need to go to Ilmeg. I guess Lita Laurent. Lita Laurent. Looking for like 1124. Right here. We're looking for megafauna leftovers. Ease. That's it. Yay! Much faster than the other ones. I mean, we're also like over leveled for all of this too, so. I think they have a similar thing in Endwalker, which will probably be a little bit more difficult because it'll require like some effort. The Samiel is beginning to transcend legend and take real physical shape. I can't wait to see what else we'll learn from the plant parts you find in Ilmeg. Though we may wait to do the Endwalker ones when Dawntrail comes out. Oh, whatever bit into this was ravenous, and my coin is on the Samiel. An excellent find, my friend. I'll deliver it to Yolana at once. That way we can make use of the experience. Thanks to you, we have all the specimens we need. Yolana is carrying out her analysis even as we speak, and though she won't admit it, it's plain she's enjoying herself. And small wonder, for we stand on the cusp of making one of the greatest discoveries the animal kingdom has ever seen. Or should that be never seen? While we found ample evidence of the creature's activities, we haven't caught so much as a glimpse of its scaly skin, thus in spite of its prodigious size. I don't know how to explain it. We must think on it some more. Facet of Gathering, Keshi Ray, accept. Delivery complete. Steam level increased. Keshi Ray now considers you an unveiler of the Samiel. Keshi Ray is overjoyed with your efforts. New quest. Yeah, now we have to do our, like, singular. Where's this one going to be at? Oh, it was like the same exact spot we were just at. We're close to it. Level 75, shedding light on the myth. As is her wont, Keshi Ray wants to discuss the Samiel with you. Yes, this is truly a mystery. We know that the Samiel is out there. It's left plenty of evidence of its passage, so why can't we find it? Chief, we have a problem. Yolana, you should know better than to run at full tilt. You're an academic. You're liable to kill yourself. Never mind me, it's Mao. He's gone off to Ilmeg to search for the Samiel, alone. He's what? The other researchers, they blamed him for putting the idea of the Samiel into your head. It's because of you she's chasing some fool myth, they jeered. Mao couldn't bear their barbs, and in his anger he rushed off a little more than the clothes on his back. There's no time to waste. We must find him before he runs afoul of the fairies. But Chief, what if we run afoul of the fairies? We'll have Zilly with us. She has friends among the pixies, isn't that right? Yep. I see. Yes, we'd be much assured if you could ask the pixies of Little Laurent after Mal's whereabouts. While you see to that, Yolana and I will cast around by the entrance. Come and find us after you've made your inquiries. Now then, let us hurry. We have to talk to some people before we can... We have to gather information first. The camera's been wonky lately. That mortal's your friend, you say? Had I known that, I would have greeted him with a shove into the lake. Tee-hee-hee. What? Immortals come here to play? Nobody told me that. That's not fair. I'm so bored. Bored. I want to play with him too. Man with the big ears? Ooh, yes, I know the one. He was chasing him, as a matter of fact. Fortunately, I lost sight of him west of the lake. If I see him again, I'll turn him into a cute leaf man. Tee-hee. Here's Malad is somewhere near Long Mirror Lake. Time to take word to the others who await you at Tim's use. Yeah, I can't pronounce any of these words. I know it's wrong. There you are. Were you able to learn anything about Mal's whereabouts? He's by the lake. Truly, thank you. We could never have located him without your help. Come, let's make haste along Mirror Lake. Quickly and quietly, does it? It's a nice looking area. Looking forward to the graphical update. Okay, so it's probably going to be like right here where I have to, get the item. I'm so sorry for all the trouble. And so you should be. The chief alone is enough of a handful. I can't chase you down as well. But the others, they spoke ill of the chief. I couldn't just stand by and take it. I know it was reckless of me to come out here alone, but thanks to that, I was able to find an actual part of the Samiel. There's just one problem. In my haste, I forgot my tools. Zilla, you seem to have yours. Could you do the collecting in my stead? Lest you wonder, it's a shred of scaly skin I spotted in this area. Tim Juice, after noticing rub marks on the trees and rocks. Ancient animal skin. So, did you find the shred of skin? Mm-hmm. Well, it's a little on the shriveled side. This is indeed skin from the creature. It was likely molting. Molting creature, that's one more thing we know about it. I can't wait to see what else this specimen can tell us. Dino. This is a Samael. It's behind you. I don't see anything. Me neither. That's odd. It was there just a moment ago in its shape. I swear it matches that of a shadow I saw in Amarong. I don't know how, but it literally disappeared in the blink of an eye. Billy, you saw it too, didn't you? Wasn't just my imagination. Truly, it was right there and I missed it? God, of all the rotten luck. Tell me, what did it look like? What was its color, smell, size? See, perhaps we should save the questions for after we leave this place. Even with Zilly, it may not be entirely safe for us here. Yes, you have the right of it. It wouldn't do to have the fairies get their hands on our precious specimen. Come, let's return to the Crystarium. To the Crystarium. To the mean. Well, that was certainly a harrowing outing, but it wasn't without fruit, in the form of a piece of the Samiel itself. Ah, to feel the scaly texture in my hands and breathe in its mysterious smell. Pure bliss, I tell you. Alas, Yolana snatched it from me before I could have a little taste. Well, for now, we'll just have to leave her to her task. I'm sure she'll have new information for us before long, so do not wander far. Level 75, shedding light on the myth, complete. Ah, Zilly, I was hoping you would come by. I have a favor to ask of you. I've been pondering the recent episode in Ilmeg, where the Samiel vanished as suddenly as it appeared. However it managed to do that, I believe that is the key to its elusiveness. While I may have my theories, the little shred of skin you found on us isn't enough to draw a decisive conclusion. To it, we need more specimens, as many as you can find. So, based on your and Maolad's accounts, we can confirm that the creature is akin to a lizard, albeit massive. From this, we may assume that it sheds its skin by rubbing off the outer layer a little at a time. Having accomplished this exhausting task, it then gorges on food to regain its strength. Combining this assumption with our knowledge that the creature migrates in search of lush vegetation, we can ascertain where we're most likely to find its skin. It is in Raktika, the luscious forest in Narvrant. If I were a Samiel looking to have a feast, that is where I would take myself. Capable a captain as you are, even the secluded domain of the V's ought to pose no obstacle to you. And this brings us to your next task. Set forth for Raktika, my friend, for the blind forest of Ixmaha, and gather the Samiel's skin. Through the skin the creature has shed with, we will shed light on the creature. Custom delivery commenced. I'm gonna assume fan out because they said here the V's. There's like 20 Ixmaha. Okay, that's like where the ruins are. 27, 24. Right here. These, or is it going to be further down? Megafauna trace. Okay. Pouring down, raining outside. Ah, to behold the Samiel with my own eyes. The skin, my friend. You must bring us more shreds of the creature's skin from the blind forest of Ixmaha and Raktika. Yeah, I don't need any more scripts. Last night I asked for shreds of skin, but you brought me a veritable tapestry. This will tell us many a tale about its owner. My thanks for gathering these specimens. I'm pleased to see that the Samiel was indeed shedding its skin in Raktika. Now, based on the cursory inspection, Yolana believes that all the specimens probably came from the same creature. This worries me. What if this proves to be the last surviving creature? Of course, it may be that the beasts are solitary in nature. It may be that Yolana is mistaken. But it avails us not to worry about such things at this time. For now, we can but wait the results of the analysis. Truly the Samiel is a mystery among mysteries. I won't rest until I know everything about it. You with me? But of course you are. Behind that icy countenance, your heart burns to uncover the truth. Now tell me, my inimitable captain, why do you think the Samiel is so elusive? No need to overthink it. Say whatever comes to mind. Uses mimicry. It's like a fairy. It can change its size. Maybe it's like a fairy. Like a fairy, you say? Indeed, if it could employ glamours as the Fey folk do, it'd be an easy thing to stay hidden. Thank you, my friend. This gives me much to mull over. Be certain to share your theory with Yolana and her colleagues. You never know. It could well be the spark that illuminates the mystery. Now that we have so many shreds of skin, surely one can be spared. Yes, just a little taste. Sacrilegious. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, fine then. I won't eat it. Yet it couldn't hurt once Yolana's done with them, right? Speaking of which, I should deliver them to her. Rest assured, I'll keep you apprised of any developments. Mark my words, next time we will find the Samiel and it will be glorious. See that you keep your tools honed and your steps spry. Starium delivery is festive gathering. Keshire, accept. Starium delivery complete. Team level increase. Keshire now considers you a protector of the Samiel. Keshire is thrilled with your efforts. New quest, continuing the story. This should be the final one. Level 80, myth takes form. Keshire is eager to set out on a journey. You're here, good. Now we may set forth. Chief, I believe it's customary to tell people where they're going and why. Permit me. Based on the analysis of the skin, we've identified the Samiel's primary habitat. There were traces of salt, you see, and I surmise that for reasons yet unknown to us, this particular creature has made a journey across the seas. The question then is, whence did it come? It did not take long to determine that Kalusia is the only location remaining suited to sustaining megafauna. What's more, we understand now, my friend. We understand how the Samiel has managed to elude us for so long. Again, the secret lies in the skin. It contains the selfsame matter that makes us crystals, formed in such a way as to resemble glamour prisms. Hailing from the Exarch's homeland, these marvelous objects can be used to cast illusions. Illusions! Conceal something of that size takes a prodigious amount of magic. Truly, the Samiel is an amazing beast. So the plan is to find their habitat and dispel their illusion. This will need to prepare a special powder whose main ingredient happens to also be found in Kalusia. How very neat. I'll share the details after we arrive at our destination, the mountainous, rocky part of Kalusia aptly named Scree. Come, we have a meeting with the Samiel. Scree. Someone near Tomra. Kalusia. Scree. Right. See the end of it. This finish up here. Okay. So the main ingredient I mentioned earlier, it's a substance called black ether sand, and it can be found in this area. If you can gather the stuff for me, I will use it to prepare the dispelling powder. Meantime, we'll search the area for Samiel's domain. I'm coming for you, my pretty. Hehehehe. Okay, so we're at 2312. Need to look for like 15, 14. Right here. Black ether sand. That's what we need. This one. Oh, we got two. All right. So, how fares the search? Do you have the black ether sand for me? Yes, this is sufficiently pure stuff, and an ample amount of it besides. I'll prepare the dispelling powder at once. Ready, I must say. I never thought the little bit of alchemy I dabbled in would ever come in handy. Of course, I couldn't have made it all at all without the fine ingredient you brought me. During your short time with us, you've proven yourself eminently capable, and we could use someone like you in the facet. Might you be persuaded to officially join our ranks? I'd be honored. I'm needed elsewhere. Oh, you would? Truth be told, I didn't actually expect you to accept, and while your answer makes my day, I wouldn't dream of claiming you all for myself. I'm liable to make lots of enemies. No secret that you're a woman in demand, always running to and fro helping this person and that, yet you manage to spare the time for us. It's more than we deserve, and we're truly grateful. But come, we have work to do. We believe the Samiel is nearby, and I want you to do the honors. Release the powder from yonder vantage point, and all shall be revealed. Like right here? Okay. There. A bunch of them. Haha, amazing. They're even bigger than I thought. They truly exist. You were right, Chief. You were right all along. Of course I was, but even I wasn't expecting to find an entire herd, and with young besides, the island must be their sanctuary, away from the volatility of the mainland. Curious that the herd can function without seeing one another. They must have some means of communication, via cries inaudible to our ears, perhaps. Assuming they ordinarily remain hidden, why do you suppose the creature in Ilmeg showed itself to us? A good question. This is merely a hypothesis, but that beast, I believe, was smitten. Smitten? In the midst of courtship, in other words. In order to win over a female, I imagine that it must exhibit itself, show that it's healthy and strong. So it engages in reckless acts to gain the attention of the opposite sex, just like people. Wait, does that mean there was another Samiel nearby at the time? And what do you suppose they do when mating? Would they reveal themselves as well? Another good question. Considering their massive frames, perhaps they take to the water, but whatever the answer is, rest assured we'll find it soon enough, along with many others. Finding the Samiel was only the beginning, my friends. Exciting days of study and research await us. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh dear, it seems we've been noticed. We should give them some space. Animals with young can be unpredictable, and it would be an impediment to our work were they to grow wary of us. Come, my friends, let's return to the Crystarium. I dare say we've achieved enough for one day. They exist. They were real. Dinosaurs. Brief though it was, I'll never forget my first sight of the Samiel. I can't wait to begin our study of the creature in earnest. Study is all well and good, Chief, but I'll remind you not to neglect your other duties at the facet. Yes, I know. Well, Yolanda, judging by your own excitement, it seems you enjoy it no less than any of us. Of course I enjoyed it. It's not often one gets the chance to study such an ancient life form. There's so much we stand to learn, from their metabolism to their behavior to their society. When light swallowed up the world, it not only decimated innumerable species outright, it wreaked havoc on the balance of nature, which led to the extinction of yet more species. That's to say, all life that has survived is a miracle. Yours, mine, and of course Samiel's. I was born after the flood, like most folk. We know only what exists now, and little and less of what came before. But I believe that one day life will return to where light now rules, that the world will return to the way it once was. So I labor to conserve the precious resources we still have, for the lives that will blossom on the morrow will arise from the seeds of today. We'll study the Samiel and protect their habitat, that they might still roam these lands in 1,000 years and beyond. Of course, we can't do this without Yolanda and Mao and their brilliant minds. Already trying to foist more work on us, I see. But Against my better judgment, you have my cooperation, Chief. After all, without me keeping watch, you'd go off gallivanting again, given half a chance. You can count on me as well. I, for one, am keen to see what other mysterious mysteries can be attributed to the Samiel. Well, under your fine leadership, the Samiel Search Squad has fulfilled its purpose. Sad though it is, it's time for us to disband. I don't doubt that you'll remain busy with your myriad other pursuits, but I hope you won't forget about us. Should you come into aught of interest on your adventures, be sure to let me know so I can sneak off to find it. Level 80, the myth takes form. Complete. Esteemed contributor, Facet of Gathering, you have completed all of Keshire's tasks. Now considers you an honorary captain of the Samiel Search Squad. Could not be happier with your efforts. You have completed all the deliveries currently available. When you have a spare moment, it seems Catless would like to have a word with you. Visit her at the main reception counter in the Crystalline Mean. Achievement unlocked, the Lost World.